So today I'm enjoying Gibson Ranch. I don't know if you've never been to Gibson Ranch, especially when it's green, like in the spring, throughout some of the winter. This place is all mystical and magical. There goes a little squirrel friend. He's been coming over here visiting me since I've been here. So cute. There he goes up the tree. And I'm under my grandfather tree. I call him my grandfather tree. He's just huge and he's just gorgeous. He's been here a long time. He's really big. I believe he's been here longer than a lot of these other ones out here. My husband and my daughter are out walking. So good morning, and today is day 5 of my juice fast. Thank you for those of you who have been encouraging me, giving me a thumbs up, leaving a comment. I really appreciate that. Juice fasting is not always easy, but it's exciting when you make progress with it and you stick to it and you start to feel, the health benefits of it. I wanted to address something that came up yesterday. I was talking about some of my negative symptoms that I was having, and one of you showed some concern, and I appreciate that. That's really sweet. But I was really thinking about it, and I looking back over the years, I've only been on one other juice fast, and it was a week-long one, and at that time I didn't have a juicer, so it was just a grape juice fast, so it was a lot more difficult than this one's been. And I really benefited from it. Oh, I remember going to the dentist and them saying, your gums look so healthy and your teeth look so, I just remember feeling like my migraines left for so long. And so I got to thinking about it, these adverse symptoms that you get. And I was thinking, I've never read or heard ever of anybody ever, I've heard of adverse symptoms, but I've never heard of anybody dying or getting really sick or being hospitalized because they were on a juice fast. I've never heard of that. So I got online and I Googled it, I under different, tag words, I Googled about, could juice fasting be really dangerous? And really, other than people giving their own opinions and warnings about it, they don't have any evidence. I couldn't find any evidence that it's ever harmed anybody in a significant way. Yes, when you juice fast, you are detoxing, and so you're going to have some detox symptoms. And you want to slow those down as much as possible. I shouldn't say as much as possible. You don't want it to detox too hard and fast, because it can put you to bed. It can get so bad. You can get sick because you're detoxing so hard. So you want to be careful, especially if you need to function, like I need to go to school. And so that is why, the days that I'm off, I drink more green juice. Because then it starts flushing things out of me. But when I'm at school, I don't want that going on. I've got to be in class. I don't have to, run to the bathroom in the middle of class. And so I do that Gatorade juice that replaces my electrolytes, and I usually have 1 teaspoon of honey while I'm there, so when I start to feel a little dizzy or low in my blood sugar. And that, because the dizzy feelings that you get, that's what it's from. It's from low blood sugar. And so the honey takes care of that. If I have a spoon of honey, it takes about 15 minutes at the most, and I feel clear-minded again. Another thing I do is the spirulina, and that gives me some protein. And I only do the spirulina again on the days that I'm off because it does work like an eliminator too. So elimination. So really, even though you get these symptoms, it's not, I don't believe they are dangerous unless you are just being, completely out of tune to your body. One thing I do find is there's a lot of people that have on there that said, oh yeah, juice fasting's not for me. I think it's, just a bunch of hogwash or whatever, I hear a lot of that type of thing going on. Oh, I tried it, and oh, I got really dizzy and really sick, and then I ate some food and I felt so much better, and I'll never do that again, and you should be really careful. Well, yeah, if you're getting detox symptoms and then you put stuff in your body to stop that detoxing, then those symptoms are going to go away. Because what happens when you're juice fasting is you're giving your body a break from when you're eating processed, a lot of foods that are just dead and degenerated and processed. Every time you put that into your body has to go to work on it. Your liver has to detoxify it. It has to be broken down. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be moved through. Sometimes it bogs it down because there's not enough fiber, and your whole system gets bogged down. And your body's focusing on getting rid of the toxins that you just put in along with some of that food. You may have had a piece of whole wheat bread, but along with some of that whole wheat had a lot of, processing and chemicals and garbage that went in there, and your body has to detox that, and so it's working on it. So when you stop that inflow and you just put juice, and not even the fiber, but just the juice, so it doesn't even have to eliminate the fiber now your body is going to go to work on the dead tissue and the buildup of disease internally from over the years. And it's going to start breaking that up, because your body is just a miracle organ. It will rejuvenate itself if you give it that opportunity. Contrary to finding negative things that have happened to people, I've heard endless stories of people that have been healed of disease, who have been spiritually awakened, who have their quality of life has just been tremendously improved because they went on a juice fast, or they began to eat fully raw. That's the same thing with the fully raw. A lot of people, want to say, oh, fully raw, it's a bunch of bunk, and, you cooked foods is just as good for you too. And that's fine. If somebody wants to eat cooked foods and they don't want to juice fast, it doesn't make them less of a person. That's just their journey, and that's what they choose, and that's what works for them. But I have not found that people that eat fully raw, for the most part, with really major health issues. I mean, sometimes you hear that, yeah, I was feeling a little weak, and I found adding, this type of cooked food to my diet took care of that, and that's good. They found that for them there was an imbalance in it. But I guess my main point is that you have to really get in tune with your body and your journey and what is good for you, and that's what has to determine what you do with juice fasting. I'm thankful if I encourage anybody on, maybe they're thinking about juice fasting and this is encouraging them, but still you have to tailor that to your life, to your journey, to your needs, to your particular needs. You may want to go to a doctor and have a checkup. Maybe you have some severe physical ailments that, you need to be under the doctor's supervision when you go on a juice fast. I don't know. But everybody's different. Every body is different. And so it needs to be tailored to your needs. And that's what I've done. If you just get a diet offline and you say, I'm going to follow this, I'm going to dot every I and cross every T, you may have some success with that, but you are going to have problems with that too, because you're going to come up against bumps that is tailored about your body, that if you're not in tune and you're not willing to alter that diet that you've chosen, it might make it way more difficult to get through that fast. And I think that's why we see a lot of failures on a juice fast, because they follow somebody's regimen to a T, and then when it doesn't work, or they get 2 days into it and they, oh my word, I feel like I'm starving, and they don't have something. Like for me, when I get hungry, I do the honey. I have found something. I know I'm not going to live through major hunger pains, having to cook for my family, smell of food cooking and having major hunger pains, I won't fast. So for me, I had to add that honey. I felt like that was a nice pure food that I could add into, and the spirulina that I could add into to help keep me still on a juice fast. Maybe not in the purest sense, but I think it's pretty pure. So anyways, really think about, if you're going to go on a fast, think about your needs, your particular needs. You might want to start out, like for me, I started out with Fully Raw Christina's 21 days of challenge, 21-day challenge. And so I ate, for 21 days in January, I ate a fully raw meal, at least one fully raw meal every day. So I was already detoxing a little bit. And then I decided to water fast for the first day. And I did it for most of the second day as well, just to give my body just time to rest before I started throwing a bunch of detoxifying foods into it. So, you've really got to think about what your needs are, and realize that this is your journey and nobody else's, and nobody knows but you what is really right for you. And so for me, I just also wanted to say I'm on day 5. I'm doing really well today. I don't really feel that hungry. My stomach's, making a lot of gurgly noises. I can tell there's a lot of activity going on in there in my digestive tract. And all I've had today is like maybe 8 ounces of the, the Gatorade type juice that I made. And I eliminated pretty hard and fast last night, so I just wanted to take a rest from that. And again, I'm at the park, and I'm going to read here and just relax for a little bit, and then I might go home and make myself another juice. But I brought some of that Gatorade juice with me, and I brought my honey. I felt a little hungry this morning, but nothing, severe. Nothing that I felt like, this is just so horrible and I can't hardly stand this. As long as I don't, I can't look at recipes, I can't look at food, like Pinterest, my food blogs or whatever. Why throw temptation in your face? So I try to just avoid that type of thing. Other than that, I feel like I'm doing really good. I feel good. I feel brighter. When I woke up this morning, I felt like my eyes were a lot clearer, and just everything seemed so much brighter. I did wake up early in the morning with a migraine, and I took an Excedrin and an aspirin and went back to bed and woke up and it was gone, which is really progress for me with my migraines, because normally I can't even go back to bed because it hurts so much to lay on my head, and much less, even if I do, to be able to wake up without it, even if I have taken something, is very unusual, unless it's my prescription medication. Sometimes that'll work, but it was a pretty good size migraine, and so I was pleased to see that it had gone away after going back to bed. And then also last night, my blood pressure was a lot lower than it's been the last couple nights, so I noticed a decrease. I did take my blood pressure medication last night though, because I didn't think it was out of the woods yet. I want to get to where I don't have to take my blood pressure. I take a really low dose anyway, so hopefully I can get to that place where I don't even have to take blood pressure medicine. Again, I am on a 7-day juice fast. That's what I've committed to. Whether I'll extend that or not, I'll wait and see after the 7th day where I'll go from here. But that's what I'm doing right now, and I appreciate those that follow me, that encourage, leave comments and encouragement, and those are always exciting. Just having this as a vlog helps to keep me accountable and keep me on track with it. So otherwise it might be really easy to just go, I don't want to do this. But knowing that I've got to get up in the morning and make a vlog and tell people I'm still in there helps me. It's encouraging, and it's like a boost there for me. So I'll give you one last little look at my beautiful scenery, and I will talk to you later. See the little hummingbird on the branch? He's so cute. He's just sitting there. There he goes. It's funny how they make the noise like a bumblebee with their wings. been over here visiting me for a while now. Even the bugs are deciding they like me here.